あなたのために日本の輸入ビデオゲームの楽しみの時間 bn-game.com
Hi everyone, this is Bobby from bn-games.com. We're doing another episode of Region Locked. Today we're playing Tetsujin 28-Go for the PlayStation 2. Now this is a supplement video because we did do a classic capture originally. That video mostly showed cooperative play, which Tetsujin has a lot of. This is a highlight reel of some of my favorite moments from the playthrough. I did a complete playthrough of the entire game, and I will say that this game has become my favorite PlayStation 2 game.
Spoiler alert, most of these involve him throwing fucking buildings.
And throwing robots.
Yeah.
And stomping on Team Rocket, let's say, prototypes. It's a Tetsujin, just to kind of recap, is based off an anime, based off a manga.
Well, you can actually, if you really want to get down to it, it is almost the first manga ever, really. I mean, this was created almost a little after World War II, based on a lot of the American comic books the soldiers left over there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why. I mean, of course, it's got, the Japanese flair to it with, the young boy and the robots, which is, it's something we don't see in American comics, or, I'm not big on American comics, so if there are ones that are old like that, correct me if I'm wrong. But, this is one of, the most treasured Japanese ones of all time.
Oh. Wasn't this also pretty close to Astro Boy?
Astro Boy is kind of based off this, because also here in America, this would be known as Gigantor.
Yes. Practically every Japanese giant robot thing is based off of this.
Well, Astro Boy wasn't a giant robot, though.
No, I'm talking about just the giant robot stuff.
Well, almost anything off a robot. Because, I mean, look, most American comic books, they're mutants. They're not robots. Yeah. Maybe RoboCop, but...
Well, the other thing is to mention this game was only released in Japan, and is enough reason to buy a Japanese PlayStation 2, as far as I'm concerned.
I would agree.
And it is the only game in America that was released that runs off the same engine, which came out before this one did, I believe, was Robot Alchemic Drive, or RAD.
Yeah.
They have similar principles, but this game was definitely designed to be more action-oriented and less simulation.
And then again, this also really stayed true to the original manga.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With the pop-ups of the characters, with the bubble, with the text bubbles.
The text being vertical was actually true for me.
Well, I'm kind of used to that a little bit, but also with the electric beam, signal to the robot,
like a TV. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was one of the things that impressed me most about this, is how close it actually it represents it perfectly, I think. And just being able to lift entire buildings, I just thought that was one of the coolest things ever. Yeah, I mean, just I used to love Remote Control Dandy just for the fact that you could destroy everything, and that was one of the reasons why I love Rad. But this one, you can actually pick up the buildings and just throw them. Or throw a giant robot just, miles away. I mean, that's just the best thing ever.
It is an experience that I wish this game would have gotten a PS3 re-release, but it didn't.
I don't think it ever would, because I don't know necessarily if this game did very well.
I'm not sure, but I will say that it was. This was made by Sandlot, and almost all their games, which I will eventually be doing retrospective for all the games. They're all similar. Robot, you control a robot, but you're a kid controlling the robot, or a young person of some sort, and you're controlling it remotely. In the other games, it's more simulation, where the robot requires a lot of finesse. In this one, you have one, but the left stick controls his movement. You have a left punch, a right punch, and a special, which square, circle are the punch, triangle's your special. You can upgrade him with new special moves as time goes on. That jump kick, for example, is something you upgrade later. And the game is fairly short. The story is only about 5 hours long, but it requires multiple playthroughs because there are multiple different difficulties. And then there's a whole point that you can play the entire story mode co-op, split screen, which is amazing. The frame rate, it takes a hit, but it is still pretty good. And you can watch your classic capture and some of that. But we have a complete playthrough of every mission. The missions last anywhere from, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes. Some are a little longer, depending on the mission objective. Most of them involve you just smashing up other robots, and a lot of times being outnumbered, as you can see here. And like I said, this is just a highlight reel of me just bashing things, just like, screw it, piss me off, I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah, so actually, now that I kind of think of it, just have Ken there.
Yeah, basically.
One of the other things here in America that I would say is based on this would be like the Iron Giant.
Well, it is Iron Giant in America also.
No. The Iron Giant.
Oh,
was
you're
like
talking about the okay.
Yeah, no. Here in America, it's known as Gigantor.
You're right.
Yeah,
Well, in Japanese, Tetsujin translates to Iron Man 28.
Yeah, well, it was the robot's number.
And all the dudes, Team Rocket is based off of these guys.
I would not doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
If you look at all the minions, they're Team Rocket. They're damn Team Rocket.
I mean, oh fuck! I didn't even know you could run with the building.
Oh yeah, you could run. Some of them I think you could fly with. That guy.
Would that be considered a spirit bomb?
That's a Capitol bomb because that's a Capitol building.
Wow. I like how well it's built. That it's just.
Well, it is Japan. I mean, are you surprised?
Then one little bump.
Yeah, it's like one little bump to the side. It's just.
I don't know. I just killed a bunch of Team Rocket right there.
Are you sure? Or are you on the evasion now?
And I got shot. And then you got Mario as a cop.
I thought it was Chief Wiggum.
Well, he's like Mario Wiggum. I don't know. Japanese PS2 run you $100 to $200.
Yeah,
they're
going up in price now.
This game will run you $30 easy, and it was worth every penny. Every penny. And if you like quirky, this is not even quirky. This is just, I don't know how to put it. Yeah, there's you don't even have to know the language. I don't. I just like, okay, well, this guy's pretty excited. This guy's angry. This guy is Team Rocket's Giovanni.
This guy's wearing a red hood.
He's got a monocle.
That guy's got a monocle. That's one of the last guys.
It's a Monopoly guy.
Yeah, I fell there. That's one of the last guys. Actually all these fights here, these are in chronological order too.
You're fighting a Heracross?
Yeah. Or a bull. Or something like that. I just like this guy was really powerful, and I had upgraded Tetsujin a lot, but I almost lost. And what I really like about this is that makes Tetsujin fly at the end, and he flies away like the guy's crying that he's losing. I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, it's worth every penny. But like we said, it didn't come out in America or Europe. It's only in Japan, and it'll run you about $30. And if you have a PS2 that is modded, swappable, or if you actually own a Japanese PS2 like we do, it is totally worth your time even at $30. I would say even at $50. I would have paid $50, but I got lucky. I got it for $30.
And for those of you that are interested in the anime, there will be a reboot this year sometime.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, there's also that awesome
about
3D
that.
commercial that they did in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm
sure Timmy saw the same thing. It looks like it'll be very stylized.
I'm just afraid of them, of like a lot of the modernization on it. But I mean, I would say also out of like the remote control games, this is the best one. I think even optimized as far as the controls and the way they handle. Even the views, I think it's still.
I like that top-down view a lot.
Well, I was up on a mountain.
Yeah, I'm just saying that helps a lot.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's what I'm just getting at. Is like as far as like the viewing and everything in this game, versus like remote control Dandy 2, remote control Rad. I just always thought
Santa-san.
No, it's Giovanni.
No, it's Santa-san.
He likes pointing at me a lot throughout the whole game.
Santa-sensei.
What?
It's Santa-sensei.
Santa-san. It's 12:30 in the morning. Marco needs.
Yeah. Just a quick little note. I wouldn't mind if these guys did like a giant mechie for like Super Sentai. I think it would be pretty cool. I'd want them to do it.
Hey, ruin the entire video.
No,
game's horrible now.
No. That's.
My favorite part: not wearing spandex.
Hey, you don't need to wear spandex because they'll be in the giant metal Megazord.
And here Tetsujin commits sacrifice, although he's a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about it. Alright, everyone. Well, this is a region lock episode for Tetsujin 28-Go. Watch our walkthrough of the entire game. Totally worth your money. Totally worth playing. Totally worth importing a PS2 just to play the damn game. My favorite PS2 game of all time at this point. Please subscribe and let us know what you think. Thank you.